Taking time now for your AM 960 KLTF local news week in review. Good morning. I'm Corey Fink. The Royalton School Bond referendum passed on Tuesday. The vote was in favor of the $26,145,000 20-year bond through 2034, payable in the year 2035. It passed by a total of 552 yes votes to 484 no votes. This was a ballot question posed to voters who live in the Royalton School District this past Tuesday. 2 Brainerd men arrested following a shooting Sunday night at an apartment on the 800 block of Juniper Street in Brainerd were arraigned on 4 felony counts each Tuesday in Crow Wing County District Court. 23-year-old Tyler Cronquist was charged with second-degree murder with intent, but not premeditation, attempted second-degree murder with intent, first-degree assault to cause great bodily harm, and second-degree assault with a dangerous weapon. 26-year-old Nathan Becker was charged with aiding and abetting Cronquist on all 4 counts. Both suspects appeared separately before a Crow Wing County District Court judge. The victims were 31-year-old Joseph Kroll of Brainerd and 31-year-old Chelsea Crawford of Brainerd. Kroll died as a result of a gunshot wound to the head. Crawford, who also suffered a gunshot wound to the head, was listed earlier this week in stable condition at North Memorial Medical Center in Robbinsdale after undergoing surgery for her wounds. And in a related story, perhaps, a 24-year-old woman was arrested at the same apartment building where the double shooting occurred in Brainerd. Police say that Sasha Kroll was arrested Tuesday for obstructing with force and booked on charges of 4th-degree property damage and trespassing. There's no word on why Kroll was breaking into the apartment in question, and no official word if Kroll is related to the man who died in the shooting, Joseph Kroll. Other stories, St. Gabriel's Hospital has implemented visitor restrictions throughout their facility. The Center for Disease Control has identified the current flu outbreak as an epidemic with very high numbers of cases in the state. In order to control the spread of the flu, the hospital in Little Falls is closed to visitors until the outbreak subsides. If you have questions about the visitor restrictions, contact Sandy Holman at 631-5626. The Minnesota Fishing Museum recently purchased land from the Boys and Girls Club of Morrison County, south of American and Little Falls, to build a larger fishing museum. It will include an education center and a Minnesota Fishing Hall of Fame. According to President of the Minnesota Fishing Museum, Jeff Doty, here on KLTF earlier this week, he mentioned an unveiling will take place of the blueprints for the facility at the Northwest Sports Show in Minneapolis in March. Donations and help will be needed to get this completed. Anyone wishing to help out or find out more information about the new facility for the Fishing Museum, stop in at the current site at 304 West Broadway or call the museum 616-2011. The Little Falls City Council met this past week on Monday night. At their meeting, the council elected Jeremy Hanfler president and Frank Gushak vice president. The council also declared the Ward 2 seat previously held by now Mayor Greg Zilka vacant. Any Ward 2 resident interested in the vacated seat may apply at City Hall no later than noon on Tuesday, January 20th. The council will then choose a successor from the field of candidates to serve out the term until the next general election. In other business from the Little Falls City Council meeting this week, the council approved the hiring of Bill Vanden Avant as a full-time officer and Kenneth Koppas as a part-time officer. The hiring of 6 volunteer firefighters, bringing the total to 36. The council also approved the city attorney contract with Wetzel Law Office and the contract terms stipulating a 2-year renewal rather than every year, and the addition that the city attorney attends all general meetings at the rate of $300 per general meeting. At the Morrison County Commissioner meeting this past week on Tuesday, Kevin Maurer was elected chair. Randy Wincher was elected vice chair. On the Little Falls School Board, they met on Monday. At their meeting, the board member Brad Lager was elected chair and Mark Gerby was elected vice chair. Mike Lemire was elected clerk treasurer. The board set its 2015 meeting schedule with revisions for meetings which fall on holidays. It also approved the pay equity report as submitted and authorized the request for proposals addressing health insurance and transportation. The board also approved a work session to hear progress on the facility steering committee, which will follow the board's next meeting. Former state senator Paul Coring was named the chairman for the Crow Wing County Board Tuesday at their regular meeting. Coring was vice chair last year and will take over from Commissioner Rosemary Franson. Doug Haug will now serve as vice chair. Former Benton County Sheriff Frank Whippler died last Sunday after battling a brain tumor for more than 20 years. The 65-year-old Whippler served as a Benton County deputy for 18 years, 10 as chief deputy before he was elected sheriff in 1990. He served as sheriff from 91 to 98. After his defeat in the 98 election, Whippler went on to own a hardware business in Little Falls. He was a Vietnam veteran who was honorably discharged. The Pierce City Council meets this coming Monday night, 7 o'clock at Pierce City Hall, various agenda items. And the next facilities meeting for the Little Falls School District will be Monday night at 6:30 at the Little Falls High School Commons. And the first baby of 2015 born at St. Gabriel's Hospital in Little Falls was born 9 minutes into the new year. Kristen Bobick and Alex Feist of Little Falls had a baby boy named Bentley Adam shortly after midnight on January 1st. He's the couple's first child. Bentley weighed 10 pounds and 21 inches long. That completes this week's Local News Week in Review. Thanks for listening.